Why are we here? And what are we doing with our gift that life has given us that we call the present? For all the problems that we've solved in the world, and don't get me wrong, we need as many answers as we can get to those problems. But for as many of the answers that do arise, there are just as many questions that also come up to the surface. So it's an endless dance of questions and answers, questions and answers. And for some on an individual level, their lives have been an endless stream of questions with very little answers and manifestations and opportunities at all. I think some of the more obvious questions that all of us are trying to address is how do we find clarity as to who we are and why we're on some of the diverse paths that we travel. And for those that feel stuck, how do we get off of that path and onto a path in the sense that's more conducive for what we're trying to manifest in the world? If we were to take a look at all of the books and information that we take in and condense all of those truth teachings that we can find into one statement, I think would be that life has a sort of organic process to it. It doesn't matter if we change the word life and interchange that with God or beauty or whatever we want to call that ultimate experience, that transcendent awareness, that ultimate consciousness, so to speak, that big mind. In this cosmic dance in which we dance within it, in that mind we live, move, and have our being, we've got to find a way to dance to the beat, so to speak. And I think that's what all of us are searching for, a way to make sense or discover meaning, to get in tune with this infinite, to find peace and love and contentment, balance and happiness, and not the happiness that comes and goes, but that eternal joy and strength that stays with you through the twists and turns that this dance often takes, that life sometimes takes us on. I think that's what it's all about. That's what we're trying to find. I don't think that we are that much different from each other. I think we're all interconnected. And it has been my life's journey thus far, and I'm still traveling this journey, which has been to discover that middle path between mind and soul, between our psychology and our spirituality. Because I think that with a both and approach, by diving deeper into the mind and deeper into our heart, we can find a way of being in this world that some of our elders and some of our ancestors talked about in truth teachings all over the world. I'm Jesse Herriott, and in the tradition of so many that have walked before me, it has been my desire to dive deeper into the realms of the mind, of consciousness, so to speak, and also of the heart, to find newer ways of living and being in the world more fully, more present, more alive, to bring more life to our life. And I think that it's not until we go to that level of being and living that we truly find out what it means to be human, And I think that this has been my life's path. This has been the gift that Spirit has given me. And I think it's at that point that we are all interconnected, because I'm sure on a fundamental level, all of us have those questions and desires and ambitions and goals and dreams about what could be if we were. What could be if we were. And I think that the answer to that is found in the level of our soul. If soul was expressed more fully, more deeply, more richly, I think we could answer that question of what we could be if we were, and change that to we were, because. And it's because of that, because of that expression of soul. And that's been my goal, that's been my bliss.